Everybody, we're back. You know my next guest.
That's nice. He asked me to stay, and then...
You're next my L, buddy boy. Residue. You know my next guest as Fez from the Hitchbox.
Residue.
What are you talking about? I've got to introduce the next guest.
Residue. Come on, it's your show. Go.
You know my next guest is Fez from the hit Fox sitcom That 70s Show. Starting Friday, he can be seen with Macaulay Culkin in the new movie Party Monster. Please welcome Wilmer Walderrama. How are you?
Very good, very good. Good to be back.
Is that my imagination, or do you have, you're darker than when you were here the last time?
I got a little color, yeah.
You went, did you go home?
I was in Miami for a few days. I hosted with Mac and Seth. We did the Miami premiere of Party Monster at the Delano. It was really, really fun.
See, I envy you because, look, you go into the sun and you get an amazing, tan. And I go in the sun, I burst into flame. It's like the saddest thing, like right away, instantly. But you can lie out, right? You can get the amazing tan.
Yeah, I mean, I think in 20 minutes I get black.
So you become a black man in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I really do.
Again, I think that's very...
African-American.
I'm sorry, African-American. Thank you, John, for keeping me politically correct. Now, is it ever a problem when you come back from, like, vacation? Because you just finished your summer break and you go back to That 70s Show and you are an African-American male.
I really am. I think it is a little bit of a problem when you're coming, especially because we just picked up from the last episode of last season, and all of a sudden it's like a different change of shades in my skin color.
Right.
It's kind of silly, but...
So what do they do? They got to kind of like put extra lights on you or something?
I think they make me glow a little bit. To make me look a little whiter,
just to sort of match you up.
Yeah. I lose a lot of color.
I have to ask you about something I read it was in the newspapers and the tabloids a couple of months ago. They said that you were on a plane with a bunch of your celebrity pals, and the plane ran into trouble, and it was like a harrowing experience.
Yeah, it was.
Is this true? What happened?
It was really scary, actually. It was Ashton, Danny, and me, and my friend Colin, and a bunch of our friends, and we were flying in this private jet back to LA, and the plane lost pressure, and we obviously the masks dropped, and.
Now, what's that like? Like, I've always heard them say if the plane loses pressure, masks will drop down. And they always say, like, it's a very calm thing. And I've always thought if I ever see the mask drop down, I'm going to swing on it and start kicking people around me, freaking out.
No, what it is it's interesting because you're in this small plane and this thing just pops. Right, and you don't even know when it pops. You just see it hanging there, right in front of you.
And no one said anything.
Okay, no one's really said anything. So so Ashton and I looked at each other and we're like, okay, that must have been a mistake because that doesn't really happen in real life, does it really? So I looked over at the pilot and I'm like, excuse me, sir, are we supposed to wear those? And the pilot turns around with an F-16 mask and goes, I would.
That's really reassuring.
Right, yeah. So cut to us in a little paper cup because you know that they give us paper cups in your mouth and you're just like.
So did you and Ashton each have one?
Yeah, all of us had one, and we were breathing normally. Obviously, you're a little
right,
you're a little,
hyper,
You're a little hyper. So you're like.
Right.
And then everything was cool until I turned over to Danny Masterson, and his paper cup was over here. And he was doing this.
Right. So what happened?
I can't feel my arm, bro.
Right.
And when Ashton and I looked at each other, and when we saw that was one of the freakiest things I've ever seen. I mean, you're seeing one of your best friends just leaving you, and I gave. Danny, my thing and my little paper cup.
Oh, you shared. The buddy. That's called like the buddy system, or so you shared the oxygen.
Right, but then Ashton, had the idea of just him and I sharing the one we had and just left him with that. And after that, everybody starts writing all these stories about it. Like Ashton gave all of us CPR. Like, and look, he's a really good-looking guy, but I don't think he's gonna be touching my lips anytime soon.
I love how they interpret this story. It's just like
we landed the plane.
Ashton gave everyone CPR and mouth to mouth, and then landed the plane himself, and then stepped out and started running.
It was too heavy, so two of us just had to jump off the plane in parachutes. So.
Now let's talk about this movie, Party Monster. Macaulay Culkin plays your boyfriend in this movie.
Yeah. Actually, it's an interesting story. It was actually intriguing story that, you know, it's a true story that happened here in New York City. And, you know, Macaulay plays Michael Alec, the club promoter in New York, and I play DJ Kioki, who is, you know, his partner, his boyfriend in the movie. And it's an incredible story. You know, Seth Green is in it, you know, which you'll see tomorrow, you know. And, yeah, man, it's a crazy story.
And you guys actually had a scene where you kissed, you and Macaulay Culkin. That's got to be, it's got to be intense.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those interesting things when you read a script and you like the script and then you see that part and you're like, oh, wow. What do we do here? And so I call him, like, who's the other actor that's going to be playing, you know, Michael Alec? And they call me, and it was Macaulay Culkin. And I said, it couldn't be more genius. So I said, yeah, sure. I mean, let's see what we can do. And we signed up to the thing.
And how do you prepare for a scene like that? I mean, what do you? I mean, I'm serious. I mean, it sounds like a joke, but I'm being honest. Like, how do you prepare for, like, okay, here's the part where I kiss the
Well,
the
this
guy?
is the thing. You know, we didn't want to fall into the cliche of really showing, you know, much or whatever. So we tried to we narrowed it down to a way of doing it that was classy. You know, and it was just emphasizing how pure and honest and important this part of the storyline was.
Right.
You know, so in this scene, you know, we actually take a cab ride and we leave without paying and we run. And stuff, and so we're supposed to do that. So we walked around. Actually, we ran a couple of times around the block.
Just to get ready for
yeah, holding hands. That was cute. And, and then...
I think I saw you. That was Macaulay Culkin. La, la, la.
So we ran a couple of times, and then we came up to the director. Okay, we're cool. We're ready to... Let's shoot this. He looked at us and said, what did you guys do? And we just ran a couple of times, so totally cool. And everybody's just like, okay, let's just shoot. Let's not ask any more questions.
Right. We don't want to know anything more about what happened here.
We shot it, and it was a cool scene.
We have a clip here from the movie.
Yep.
This is a clip, Party Monsters. Anything anybody needs to know about this clip, or this is just you two?
Yeah, this is the scene. This is a little bit after we just met in the movie, you know, and we're outside of Limelight.
All right, let's take a look at this clip from Party Monsters.
Taxi!
You know, I never thought I'd be riding a cab to the Bronx with a guy. You know, I figure come to the club and tell a couple of girls, no, not tonight. I never thought I'd be, you know,
Get in.
okay.
136th Street, on the double.
Are we going far?
All the way, I hope.
All right, Party Monsters opens Friday in select cities, and that 70s show airs Wednesday nights at 8 on Fox. Wilmer Walderrama, thanks a lot for being here.
Pleasure, man.
Always great to have you. We'll be right back with Jet. Stick around. All right, everybody, we're back. Our next guests come to us from Melbourne, Australia. They are here tonight with a song from their forthcoming album, Get Born, which hits stores on October 7th. Please welcome Jet. That was great. Hey, that was great. That's fantastic. Thank you. Jet, everybody, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
After 10 years on NBC, what does Conan O'Brien have to show for it?
How about a 10th anniversary special in prime time, live from the Beacon Theater? Conan's 10th anniversary, 1 week from Sunday on NBC.
I'm barely in it, I swear. All right, everybody, that's our show. I want to thank all my guests. Stay tuned for Last Call with Carson Daly. Good night, everybody.